Every 30 minutes, someone in Virginia becomes the victim of a violent crime. That's over 17,000 incidents a year. But what truly makes a crime scene dead? Is it the brutality of the act, the silence that follows, or the clues that lie hidden in plain sight? In the heart of the Commonwealth, behind every police tape, lies a story that most never hear until now. Virginia is a place where colonial history and modern life collide, but beyond its charming towns and wooded trails, the state holds some of the most mystifying and chilling crime scenes in the nation. From lovers slain on scenic highways to campers murdered in secluded forests, investigators have faced a terrifying truth: solving a crime isn't about what's obvious, it's about what's missed. It started in 1986 along the Colonial Parkway, a picturesque stretch near Williamsburg. Kathy Thomas and her girlfriend Rebecca Dowski were found brutally murdered in their car. The next year, another couple disappeared. Then again and again, 8 young lives for double homicides. No suspects, no known connections, just fear spreading through the Tidewater communities like wildfire. Investigators were baffled. Cars were found with the keys still in the ignition. Victims, often bound and strung, left near water. The killer wasn't just careful, he was methodical. For decades, the case went cold. Theories ranged from rogue law enforcement to a trucker passing through. But then, in early 2024, everything changed. A new forensic technique, genetic genealogy match, traced DNA from the crime scenes to a family line. That line led to one name: Alan Wilmer Sr., a retired fisherman who had died in 2017. Posthumous samples from his belongings confirmed what detectives had long suspected. Man had haunted Virginia's backroads for years and vanished into obscurity. September 2014, Charlottesville UVA student Hannah Graham disappears after a night out with friends. Her case sent shockwaves through the university. But this time, there was a trailer, digital one. Surveillance footage showed Hannah walking through the downtown mall, visibly intoxicated. Behind her, a man, Jesse Matthew, follows closely. He's eventually seen putting his arm around her. That was the last time anyone saw Hannah alive. It was a combination of surveillance footage, cell tower data, and forensic evidence that cracked the case. Fibers from Matthew's car matched Hannah's clothing. DNA under her fingernails sealed his fate. But that wasn't all. The evidence also linked him to the 2009 murder of another Virginia student, Morgan Harrington, who vanished from a Metallic concert. In solving one crime, investigators had unknowingly closed it. The overlap of digital footprints and forensic science made it possible. In 1996, Julie Williams and Lolly Winans set up camp in Shenandoah National Park. 2 young women, lovers, adventure seekers. They were experienced hikers, comfortable with the terrain. But 3 days later, their bodies were found near their campsite, bound, gagged, and murdered. The FBI suspected a man named Darrell Rice, but the case never went to trial. DNA evidence was inconclusive, and the charges were dropped. For decades, the murder remained one of Virginia's darkest mysteries. Then came 2024. Forensic technology had come far. Using ultra-sensitive next-generation sequencing, investigators re-examined old evidence, and finally, it paid off. DNA from the bindings led to a match: Walter Leo Jackson Sr., a known serial offender who had died in prison. The match was airtight, 1 in 2.6 trillion odds. The victims' families finally had closure, and a long-accused man was publicly exonerated. It was proof that sometimes justice only comes when science catches up to the crime. While DNA often makes headlines, it's the quiet forensics, the overlooked clues, that can be even more powerful. Investigators in Virginia have solved cases using bug activity to determine time of death, analyzing pollen stuck to clothing to trace where victims were held, and even using paint chips found under fingernails to link killers to their cars. In one case, from Norfolk, a killer was caught because of cat hair. That's right, cat hair. A single strand of fur found on the victim's shirt matched the suspect's pet through mitochondrial DNA. In another, a strand of carpet fiber led investigators straight to a killer's basement. But perhaps the most stunning breakthrough was psychological. In the case of the Colonial Parkway murders, profilers initially believed the killer to be calm and meticulous. But new behavioral analysis in 2023 revealed something different. This was someone with deep rage against women, hiding behind a mask of control. It forced investigators to re-examine their list of suspects, eliminating those who didn't fit the profile. It narrowed the field dramatically and ultimately led to the forensic evidence that confirmed Wilmer's identity. Sometimes, the secret to a crime scene isn't just in the blood or the bullets. It's in the mind of the one who left them behind. Virginia's woods, highways, and campuses may look peaceful, but behind the scenes, they hold decades of deadly secrets, ones only uncovered through persistence, evolving science, and the unwillingness to give up. These aren't just stories. They're lives lost, justice delayed, and sometimes redemption found. Which case shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're fascinated by true crime and forensic revelations like these, hit subscribe and explore our playlist for more cases where the truth finally came to light.